Welcome to the Senior Safety Advice Podcast, your trusted source for expert guidance on aging safely and independently. Whether you're a caregiver, a family member, or a senior looking to stay secure at home and beyond, we've got you covered. From fall prevention and home modifications to financial safety and scam awareness, we provide practical tips to help you or your loved ones live with confidence. Tune in and empower yourself with the knowledge you need to navigate the challenges of aging. Let's make safety simple.
Welcome everyone to another episode of the Senior Safety Advice Podcast, your trusted source for tips, inspiration, and support for those navigating the journey of aging at home. I'm your host, Robin Schultz, and I'm thrilled to be here with you today as we tackle a topic that's both tender and truly transformative: how to create a memory box for loved ones with dementia. Whether you're a family member, friend, caregiver, or working in elder care, you know that dementia can feel like a mysterious voyage for the individual and for everyone who cares about them. It's a journey full of heart, patience, and above all, hope. One of the most powerful and heartfelt tools we have in this journey is the humble memory box. Today we're going to explore why memory boxes work, how to create one step by step, what to include, and some creative ideas you might not have considered. I'll also share touching stories and practical advice to help you make a memory box that sparks joy, connection, and comfort, not just for your loved one, but for you as well. So settle in, grab your favorite warm beverage, and let's dive into a world where memories live in the palm of your hand. Let's begin with a question. Why do we remember? Well, memories anchor us. They make us who we are. Now imagine if those anchors began to slip, untethering the stories that shape our identity. That's what many living with dementia experience each day. Memory loss can be frightening and frustrating and lonely, but while recent memories might fade, old and deeply cherished ones often remain accessible far longer. That's where a memory box comes in, as a bridge gently leading your loved one back to joyful places, familiar faces, and cherished possessions. Memory boxes aren't just sentimental, they're therapeutic. Research shows that tactile sensory reminders can help reduce anxiety, spark conversation, and promote dignity and happiness in people with dementia. So what is a memory box? Quite simply, it's a collection of personal items assembled to prompt reminiscence, engagement, and connection. Think of it sort of like a time capsule, but one that's custom tailored to your loved one's life story. All right, so let's break down how you can best make a memory box from scratch, with purpose and love at its heart. Step 1 is to identify your goal. Ask yourself, what do I hope to achieve with this box? Is it to bring comfort during times of confusion, to encourage social interaction, maybe as an icebreaker for visitors or professional caregivers, or perhaps it'll be a gift of love, a safe place for revisiting stories and laughter. Set a clear intention. That will help shape every step of the process. Step 2 is involve your loved one. Whenever possible, involve the person who will use the box. Even if communication is limited, your loved one's reactions can guide you. Watch their face as you present choices. Do they smile when seeing an old family photo? Do their eyes light up at the scent of lavender or cinnamon, reminding them of a favorite recipe? Participation fosters agency and respect, reinforcing that this is their life story. If your loved one can't physically or cognitively help, involve others who know them well. Reach out to family members, friends, or longtime neighbors for suggestions. Number 3 is choosing the right box. It sounds very simple, but the box itself actually matters. You want to pick a box that's big enough for a handful of items, but not so large that it overwhelms. A shoebox, a decorative photo box, or even a small suitcase can work. You also want to ensure it has no sharp edges, that it's easy to open, and it isn't too heavy. You might decorate the box with the person's name, their favorite colors, or meaningful symbols. This isn't just for looks. It creates familiarity and ownership, making the memory box an extension of the person. Remember, the outside of the box is just as inviting as what's on the inside. So next, let's talk about what to include. This is where the magic happens. Think of your loved one's life as a patchwork quilt. All those experiences, big and small, stitched together over the years. Items to consider are photographs. Baby photos, wedding pictures, family holidays, or candid moments from daily life. Labeled pictures are best. Put them in plastic sleeves or laminate to protect from wear and tear. If available, add short notes, such as your first car, Ford Mustang, 1964, or picnic at Lakeview Park, summer of '81. Next, think about letters and cards. Handwritten notes from decades past, birthday cards, or postcards from travels can be wonderful triggers for sharing stories or reliving happy times. Next to include would be awards, ribbons, or certificates. Graduation diplomas, Employee of the Month pins, bowling trophies, anything that reminds them of proud moments. Next, think about small objects with meaning. Perhaps a favorite piece of jewelry, a football keychain from college days, a tiny figurine collected during travels, or even fabric from a beloved shirt or dress. You also want to think about including sensory items. A swatch of material sprayed with a familiar perfume, a shell from a beloved beach, dried lavender or potpourri. Smell is a powerful trigger for memory and can evoke reminiscence even when vision and hearing fade. Next, think about music. A small, easy-to-use music player loaded with a cassette tape or with hymns from their youth. Printed lyrics can also encourage sing-alongs if you don't have a little player to put into the box. Next is hobby-related items. Was your loved one a quilter, a fisherman, a gardener, a baker? Include relevant tools or keepsakes, like a pin cushion, a bobber, seed packets, or a handwritten recipe card. Include objects from rituals or traditions. I'm talking holiday ornaments, religious artifacts, or small flags for veterans can provide identity and comfort. Here is what not to include. Do not include anything fragile, dangerous, or an item that could trigger sadness. So next, let's talk about making it interactive. A memory box is about more than just what's inside. It's about how you use it. So you could do storytelling sessions by opening the box together and letting items prompt a discussion. If you rotate items and swap the contents seasonally, it'll help to keep things fresh. And you can invite participation by encouraging grandchildren, friends, or caregivers to explore the box with your loved one. Go at that person's pace. Sometimes one cherished photo can be enough for an entire afternoon for someone with dementia. Next is to adapt for different stages of dementia. So in the early stage, you want to include letters, photo albums, and detailed items, and let the person help to curate the box. In the middle stages of dementia, use clear images, labeled photos, and sensory objects. This is where music becomes more important as well. In the later stages of dementia, keep items simple and strongly sensory. Use large, labeled photos and easy-to-recognize objects, and swap out anything that seems to cause distress. So here are some stories from the heart to get you thinking. Sarah and Louise, they put in a teaching bell, a star student ribbon, and a mug from her class, and that kept Louise's teaching spirit alive. For John and Ella, a military patch, letters, and wartime music helped calm John during sundowning. For Martha the gardener, putting in seed packets, gloves, and lavender helped to ease her even when words were no longer coming to her lips. Now, memory boxes for the community, they can be used in assisted living to help staff understand a resident's life story. They can be used in group settings for sharing circles, and they can be used in virtual visits by sending photos or videos of boxed contents to loved ones. So how about FAQs and troubleshooting? Well, do you have not a lot, just a few old items? You can use copies, recordings, or drawings of the things you want to put in. Are you not getting a response from your loved one? Well, physical engagement and quiet moments are still valuable to them. How about using digital boxes? Well, a tablet or desktop computer, something like that, a laptop can work, but tangible objects are usually better. And here's final tips. Start small. Let your loved one guide the pace. Keep memories positive. Update the box regularly. Use it as a comfort tool for yourself, too. So that's all for today's episode of the Senior Safety Advice Podcast. Thank you for joining me to explore how a simple box of treasures can nurture hearts, spark stories, and preserve legacies in the face of dementia. If you create a memory box, we'd love to hear your stories. Email us, tag us on social media, or send photos. Let's inspire and support one another, one memory at a time. So until the next episode, I'm Robin Schultz, wishing you gentle days and loving memories. Take care. Bye.
That's it for today's episode of the Senior Safety Advice Podcast, helping you and your loved ones stay safe, independent, and informed. If you found this episode helpful, be sure to subscribe and share it with others who could benefit. For more expert tips and resources, visit seniorsafetyadvice.com. And remember, staying safe starts with staying informed. Until next time, take care and stay safe.